Hi, good afternoon. My name is David, and today I'm running the last in our current series of Masks. Masks is a PBTA game by Brandon Conway. It's a game of young superheroes, teens, young adult superheroes, finding their way in the world, fighting evil, all the usual good stuff from that sort of comic media. This game is being run as part of the Gauntlet, which is an online role-playing group, which we meet up through various different sessions of various different games, which is arranged through sort of a calendar. You can find out more about what we do, both that and we've got some podcasts, we've got a monthly gaming zine, we've got some forums, all that sort of stuff. You can find out more about it at our website, which is gauntlet-rpg.com. I'll put a link down to that in the below the video here. The other thing I will mention is in just over 2 weeks' time, I think. So the weekend of the 15th of October, we have our now, I think, roughly quarterly Gauntlet Community Online Gaming, which is a sort of once every quarter or so we have a weekend where we put a load of games for open subscription up. You can go and check that out. Again, there'll be links to that through the website. This one in particular is in the place of our usual Gauntlet Con, so it will probably be a bit bigger, a few more games on offer than normal. So if you're interested in checking any of that out, again, just check out the website down below. Cool. So, I'm going to ask my players to introduce themselves and tell us a little bit about the character they'll be playing today. So, we'll go through, as ever, in character keeper order. So, which I should have remembered by now. Greg, would like to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about who you're playing today?
I'm Greg. I'll be playing Sheila O'Brien, and she is the bull. She's the bull playbook, and basically she's from Ireland, and when she uses her powers, transforms into a Buggane, which is a mythical creature from the Isle of Man. Big troll-like thing.
Brilliant, thank you very much. Next up, Rich, if you'd like to introduce yourself and tell us a bit about who you'll be playing.
Hey, I'm Rich. I use the he, him pronouns. I will be playing Prior Perez, who's taken the heroic name of Knockback because all the good heroic names are taken. He is the Janus playbook, so he has lots of mundane life stuff to keep up with, which is an interesting juxtaposition since his father is a supervillain in retirement, except maybe he wasn't in retirement because he just came and tried to capture my friends and we had to fight him, and that's not great. Not great at all.
Just a question, Richard. We are not aware that Knockback is the child of Superiorist, or was it made public?
So not made public, but Knockback admitted to Cold Snap, hey man, that's my dad. So Cold Snap's aware, but yeah.
And angry.
But sure. Only he. Okay, cool.
It wasn't where a thing where Knockback declared it out loud because he's super embarrassed. Hey, that villain we just fought, that's my dad. Can we please not turn him into the cops? Which is why he's going to Red Exorcist.
Cool, brilliant, thank you. And Stephen, if you'd like to introduce yourself and tell us a bit about who you are playing.
Yeah, hey there. I'm Stephen, he, him, and I'm playing Carson Rhyme, or Cold Snap, the son of retired superhero Kathy Rhyme and protege to Red Exorcist, who I believe is also mentoring Pavel's character. meticulous and obsessive and a bit of a short temper, as we saw last session.
Brilliant, thank you very much. And last but not least, Pavel, if you'd like to introduce yourself and tell us a bit about who you are playing today.
Hello, I'm Pavel, and I'm playing Samuel Decker, aka Nightbolt, who is the Nova playbook, who has some issues with controlling the elements and not setting things on fire. I have no idea what I was doing last time, as I missed such a amazing opportunity. Maybe we had to go to the hospital to make some checks. I don't know. Maybe we'll find an answer. Maybe we won't. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's perfect. So as I say last time, everyone is all the members of the cast are students of the Samuel Clayman Public High School in the St. Edmunds district of New Gauntlet City. Last time, as was just alluded to, we met Cold Snap for the first time. Sheila and Carson immediately got on like a house on fire. He's in lots of screaming and running around. Ended up in detention, from which there was an attempt by Superior, Knockback's father, to kidnap Buggane. And then, whilst this was going on, Pryor was dealing with problems with his friends, with the upcoming baseball tournament, and that was in fact interrupted when he had to come and help drive off and capture his own father, which is where we left things last time, and we will be taking the villain Superior to Red Exorcist. So I am wondering. There's two things I'm going to ask here. I'll ask Nightbolt first. If maybe after the events at the amusement park, possibly you have had to you've been having some more difficulties again with controlling your powers and have been spending some time with Red Exorcist. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. So that will that will get you into that scene nice and early. And the other thing I wanted to ask, because we've not heard much about that yet, but Cold Snap. What do you think Red Exorcist's lair, I guess. I'm trying to think of the right word, but yeah, that will do for now. What do you think the Red Exorcist's safe house is like?
I imagine, I don't know. I was kind of imagining that she has some kind of sanctum that's like perhaps just removed from the real Gauntlet City, because I chose for things that she provides the team with as a teleportal, among other things. That I imagine that she has like a means of, like, I kind of imagine it like a kind of secret bastion that she like gets in and out of via teleportal.
Yeah, cool.
Like let's go with a roomy underground cave. Sure, let's go with that.
Yeah, and I think it's got that kind of lots of stalactites and stalagmites with it, almost kind of like vaulted ceiling. It's kind of got that a bit of that look of a sort of cathedral type structure, but natural rather than or certainly seemingly natural rather than constructed. Awesome. So yeah, and I think as you port into this as you pour into this building, or this cave, I suppose. Red Exorcist is there, and I think she's leading leading Nightbolt through some sort of meditation sequence as you enter, and yeah, she will kind of obviously turn and look at you as you all appear, and she just kind of murmurs a word to Nightbolt to sort of bring him back to the present, as it were, and steps up and says, "Cold Snap, what brings you here?" And then she kind of she looks over and sees Superior and says, I see him.
Yes. Well, we were in the middle of apprehending him and turning him over to the authorities when certain complications arose, and I'm staring straight at you, Prior, straight at you. Do you want to inform her about the complications, Prior, before I change my mind? And I am entirely provoking you, Prior.
Nice. Roll it. I think you've got influence over me.
Yeah. Here it is. Okay, and that's an 11.
Dang. So, provoke against a PC. Both. Add a team to the pool. If I don't, I mark a condition. I see that our team pool looks like it's a 1, although somebody removed the word team pool. So I'll type that back in. So yeah, I'll add 1 to the team pool, but I think, Knockback's in his costume, so he's just...
So Superior is related to somebody I know, and that's so he's got a son, actually. And if we turn him into the cops, then that son's basically screwed. So there you go.
I see. And so you've brought him to me to deal with. Excellent. Just what I need. And Superior kind of grins and says, "Hey, Exorcist, it's been far too long. How's life treating you? Like the decor you got going on in here? Though it's not nearly as nice as your that little pad you got uptown. We had some choice times there. If I shut up," she says, fixing him with a glare. "We do not need to go into any such matters now. So, I take it you caught this man in the commission of some crime or other. Is it anything we need to be worried about?" And I think she will direct that question back to Cold Snap.
Yeah, no, I guess I nod, and when we met, you we were in the middle of he was in the middle of he was apparently attempting to kidnap Buggane for unknown employers.
I see. That's doesn't sound entirely unlike him, though. I don't suppose you've yet revealed who you were working for. She will turn to him, and he'll kind of, put his hands up and say, "Hey, you know me, darling. Discretion is my middle name."
I think that to make the situation more
yeah.
complicated, I think that to make the situation more complicated, Nightbolt will go out from the room where we were meditating, and just say, "Oh, hi guys. Sorry I missed the party. I was training. I heard someone mentioning Paris. Oh, wow, guys, you captured Superior. Wow, that's amazing. So what is it? So what is it with Paris and Superior?"
Hey, Nightbolt, good to see you, man. We just captured Superior. We're working stuff out so his poor kid doesn't end up as I did, go without a dad, or be an orphan or whatever.
Whoa. No. So Paris is related to Superior?
Yeah, he's my kid. I thought I'd settle down, do the whole fatherhood thing. It's not too bad, not all it's cracked up to be, but hey, it's something to do, right?
Oh man, this is the most boring guy in the school. But well.
Wait. You said you're Perez?
No, Perez is his mom's name. It's a whole thing.
No, I mean Knockback. You're Perez?
What? No, I'm Knockback. Come on.
Well, wait. What did Nightbolt just say?
Nightbolt just said that Pryor is one of the most boring kids in high school, which is totally wrong.
No, entirely accurate, Nightbolt.
Wait, I have a question. So wait, Nightbolt, wait, what did you, maybe I missed it. What were you saying about Perez though? You said Superior was Perez's dad?
Yeah, he said he's Paris' dad, and now we're just commenting that Paris is the most boring guy at the school. That's
Well, no. Superior said Nightbolt was his kid, right? No? Okay.
No.
Okay. Sorry, I got confused. So, never
Come
mind.
on.
I didn't say
Come
anything.
on. We've been hanging out for so long, and you're accusing me of being the most boring guy at the school. Please.
No. I'm sorry. I meant, didn't Superior say Knockback was his kid? No? Okay, I'm still waking up. Sorry about that. Never mind.
David, did Superior say that? I don't think Superior.
No. He said Perez is his son, but not Nightbolt.
Pryor's is
yeah,
but he doesn't think Knockback is.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay, cool.
So was it? I will question you about the fight later on. Yeah, let's deal with this supervillain. Come on, guys, grab your shirt, supervillain. Without me,
Don't worry about it, Nightbolt. We didn't have to bring out the big guns to take this a-hole down.
Yeah, obviously. Otherwise, I expect you would have called me and I would just, training, yeah.
It's awfully convenient. You're always training when the hard work needs to be done.
Oh, come on. Knockback just said you didn't need the big guns, so I was in the training.
Right. Yeah, we established that. Let's deal with Superior.
Yeah.
So, Red Exorcist, can you, do something to make Superior's criminal impulses, I don't know, go away?
Sadly, not ethically. But and she studies she studies Superior for a moment. Says, although now that you mention it, and she will say a few words, trace a sigil in the air with her finger that kind of lights up in sort of fire before burning up into smoke, and Superior kind of like he blanches for a moment and then shakes his head, and that last time I mentioned that he kind of had a slightly, almost like just a slightly dazed effect to him, and he kind of shakes his head and goes, man, I feel like I just come off who yeah, well, I don't know what that was. I must have had more than I thought last night. That was And he looks at Sheila and says, I remember now the guy who came for me. He was asked me to get you from the skull. He was old dude, kind of. You know that film with the dwarves that destroyed the guy's ring? The hobo-looking guy from that.
Gandalf?
Yeah, Gandalf. That's the one. You know, long beard, long hair.
Did he was he sorry, let me okay. Was he did he yeah, was he kind of like covered in like kind of leaves?
Nah, he was dressed kind of looked like a history professor or something, you know, just kind of old school looking guy, but like I said, scraggly beard, scraggly hair, looked like some kind of hobo. But he came to me and offered me the job. I told him I was retired, but yeah. Strangest
what
thing.
what did he offer you?
Gold. He offered me gold. A lot of gold. I don't know how much exactly, but I
Is
guess
he
I
very
must.
short?
No, kind of gangly looking, but not short.
So, gold was a thing, or did it do some kind of whammy on you, Superior? We just need to figure out if you're actually evil or mind controlled.
And at this point, Red Exodus will cut in and say,
I feel like Knockback was trying to pierce the mask there.
"Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah."
That is exactly what he's trying to do.
Yeah, cool. Go for it.
His dad isn't a complete terrible person. Go. Pierce the mask. I roll with. Oh, Rich hasn't even remember. Don't even remember what you do.
Superior.
Mundane,
Right?
yes.
Oh no, mundane. So yeah.
Oh, I was going to say, remember, you can also choose to flip your mundane and your...
Yeah, no, I don't think I should. I really need to stay saviorish because, yeah. So I'll roll. I got a 7 exactly.
7. Yeah. So I believe you get to ask one question on a 7.
How can tell the truth about being mind controlled, or if he did this of his own free will? That's
It might also be, what do you intend to do? Like, from the,
but it's like he did it in the past, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
If that
Yeah. No, that's yeah. No, and I think you will. You can. You don't really have to do much, to be honest. Just asking him, and when essentially, if you kind of help him think back through the course of events, which kind of you're already doing, he will kind of you will be able to kind of get him to realize that.
And just so we're clear, I, Rich, am 100% okay if Superior is a dirtbag who got tinted by a bunch of gold. So while Knockback is trying to like coax his father into saying, "Yeah, it's mind controlled," that doesn't have to be the truth. So.
Yeah, no, that's cool. And yeah, no, and yeah, he will say, I mean, look, I ain't saying it's not my usual side of business, kidnap for ransom. It's or kidnap for money. It's especially not a school kid, even if they are a school kid who can apparently turn into a 10-foot tall, hairy beast of some description. But yeah, I didn't know this guy from the next. He came to me with no references, nothing like that. I'd have never trusted anyone like that normally. I don't know why it seemed like a good idea to do what he asked. And yeah, Red Exorcist will sort of chip in at that point and say, from as far as I can tell, it was some sort of glamour, a not mind control per se, but a magically enhanced persuasion. We can call it that. She kind of gives him a look. Probably couldn't have forced him to do anything that he absolutely wouldn't have done, but could certainly push him down into making a decision that he otherwise may not have done.
All right. So, Buggane, it seems like somebody with a glamour's probably trying to capture you, right? You mentioned somebody who sounded like a leprechaun, and I'm guessing the green man we fought earlier. Who else could it be? Your uncle?
Yeah. Well, my uncle, so my family has some magic in its bloodline. Um, there are there's other creatures that we usually don't see. And sometimes they, influence humans and kind of impact them. And my parents turned away from them. And evidently that pissed them off a whole lot. And so we fled here. So this old guy, I don't know, there's a lot of them and they take different forms. So if this guy was able to influence Superior, who knows how he could show up next. He might be anyone.
Say, Superior, would you happen to have some of the gold he promised you? Like, did he give you like a down payment?
Yeah, he did give me he did give me some coins. Yeah, I can see if I can dig them up. I think I put them in my my safe back home.
Well, that would be a good one. If we have those coins, I might be able to track down whereas the rest of the gold that they were made of. But that would mean going back to your house, to your safe.
Well, let's do that. I think if we look at these gold, there might be some magic on that we can at least detect what's going on.
Yeah, unless it's fool's gold. But sure,
Yeah.
let's go.
So I'm guessing, now that we all this misunderstanding has been cleared up, I can walk out of here, yeah?
Well, you're going to walk out of here and take us back to your house.
And I can stay there afterwards, right? This isn't going to turn into some kind of whole thing here.
What are your thoughts on this, ma'am?
Did he destroy anything, guys?
Yep, we did wreck a few cars.
Well, and he did bust down a wall in a school.
Oh, right.
Maybe maybe he needs
well,
to provide
hopefully the gold is real then.
Well, actually, we should probably take this gold to pay for the damage he caused.
My fault exactly. And he can like fix the wall himself, like some kind of social work.
I mean, if that's not the case, we can just take him to the cops. So, his call.
Sure. Fine. Let's get this over with. Yeah, and I think that the Red Exorcist will be able to send you back on your back to the maybe not directly to Superior's house, but certainly nearby. As a portal opens up and deposits you out. So yeah, is everyone going to the house, or do people want to do other things, or just go elsewhere?
I mean, I wanted a conversation with Knockback at some point,
Sure.
but it can either be now or later.
We can go in first, and you can join
Yeah.
us after a moment, if you want.
Sure.
That
If
sounds
that's all right with Knockback.
I love it. That sounds great.
Cool. So yeah, I think we'll do getting into the house, going to the house first, or start off with going to the house anyway. So yeah, we've obviously this house is this kind of McMansion type thing out on the edge of St Edmunds. It's a fairly large place. What does it look like inside Knockback?
Inside this house, there is no uniformity of design. It's just whatever Superior thought looked cool. So there are like golden vases, and then a movie poster from like a Hard Rock Cafe that was going out of business. Stuff tag sale. Like, it's really mismatched, but everything looks expensive-ish. But yeah, it's super nouveau riche. Like, no class, no really uniformity of design. Just, oh yeah, that looks cool. Yeah, let's do that. That sounds good.
Yeah, awesome. And you'll head inside. He'll lead you in. He'll go into like a big office, and it's that very very classic. Got a big dark wood desk with the sort of green blotter pad in the middle of it, and a sort of Tiffany lamp. Big bookshelves with lots of leather-bound books, which if you actually get a look at the spine, are just an utter random assortment of stuff that's clearly been put on there mostly for the aesthetics of it. He goes over and opens up one of those big globe drinks cabinets and presses a button inside it, and the bookcases slide apart, and there's like a big door there, as well as like a smaller like wall safe type thing, and he goes over to the wall safe, and types in a combination, and opens it up, he pulls out an old looking kind of leather sort of money pouch that chinks with coins as he does so, closes back up the safe and tosses the pouch of coins onto the table.
Man, that's so classic. A safe hidden behind a bookshelf. Like that. This was in so many movies. But this pouch, man, that just looks like a D&D stuff. Anyway, I would just Nightbolt will approach the table and just pour all the coins on the table and take a look. Do they seem like a real gold? Is it like fake?
It does actually look like real gold. Certainly, on the casual inspection, the coins look they look old in the sense that the patterns on them look old. They actually look to be in fairly good condition. They don't look like they've been dug out of an old barrow or anything. They appear to be Roman coins. They've got a Caesar's head on them. Got some dates and inscriptions written in there. Yeah. I guess I'm going to ask either of you, either Nightbolt or Buggane, do you have any particular uh, like historical interest? I'm wondering, Buggane in particular, if is like your family history something that you know have been taught a lot about, or is it still something that's mostly mysterious to you?
Yeah, I think Buggane, she's very we'll say this is all new to her.
Sure, sure.
So she doesn't know too much. Her uncle might, you know what I mean? Or she's not sure what her uncle knows, but you know, she kind of goes to him.
Sure thing, sure thing.
But yeah, maybe she's yeah, she's like, I should probably check with my uncle about this.
Sure, if you want, you take. I just need one of them, and I will try to see what I can dig up and learn about them. And you can go speak to your uncle if you want.
And she'll take the bag.
Yeah, and I will just take one of them because I hope that this will be enough to what I need. So should we wait for the others? Do you want me to accompany? Do you want me to go with you to your uncle, or do you want to go alone?
Yeah, we can all go. Let's all go.
Cool. So if you can just give me a moment, and I will leaving the home. I think Nightbolt will turn. Anyway, it was nice meeting you, Superior. I had no idea you were Perez's father. I will stop making fun of him, at least sometimes. Otherwise, I'm sure you will come and kick my ass.
Well, I mean, we can make fun of him for having easily influenced second-rate supervillain dad, but other than that, yeah.
Kid needs a bit of toughening up. Yeah, throw your worst at him.
Oh God.
Sure. We will.
Actually, it could be. Now I feel more. Now I feel more sympathy for Perez. Actually.
Oh, this is so good, so good. Anyway, after we leave out from the home, I think we will see Nightbolt just dig up a little hole in the ground and put the coin in the ground and put the earth over it, and he will stay there, put the hand on the place where the earth covered the coin, and we will see and now we'll need to charge up and see how it goes, because I would like to use one of my flares.
Perfect. Yeah, that sounds great.
Nightbolt 7 plus my condition is 2. It's 9. 9. Mark condition and hold 3. How will it make me feel? Afraid, hopeless, or insecure? I think insecure for the moment. We are getting into a little bit of unknown.
Sure thing.
So one of my flares, elemental awareness. Oh my God, this is going to be amazing. Spend one burn and mark yet another condition to open your mind to the world around you with your powers. You can ask any one question about the world around you, and the GM will answer honestly. Man, I think the tapping to such a weird thing is definitely making me afraid. And from what I would like to learn, either from Earth, because gold is an earthly component, or from the air, where are the other coins? Because hopefully there we will find the culprit.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So you reach out into the earth, and you can feel like a couple of pulls, almost like a magnetic pull. There is a large collection of coins that are sort of twins to this one, but very, very far away. They are they are underground, in fact, so you kind of get quite a good sense of them. But they are in a cave somewhere in the British Isles. Buried in a cave, or not buried in a cave, but buried under the earth in a cave. But there are some others that you can feel much closer. They're not actually touching the earth directly, so you get a slightly less not less of a feel for them, but the fact that they are closer is useful in that respect. You can they are definitely in the city, not far away, probably still within the bounds of St. Edmunds, and you can get a kind of pull towards them. You probably can't necessarily extrapolate exactly where they are, as in, you don't get like an image of where they are, but you can feel a pull towards where they are, if that makes sense. And it's definitely like, from where you are, it's further down into St. Edmunds proper, possibly along sort of the main street or somewhere like that.
Awesome. Coming out from this experience, when I again go through being the man made of earth, then someone made of air, I probably emerge from it, probably fall down on the ground and whew, that was a weird ride. I get a sense of where we can find more of the coins. When the team gets scared, we can either go to your uncle, or I get the feel that they are somewhere over there, so we can decide where do we want to go.
Sure. And I think I'd like to see that scene between Knockback and Cold Snap. And feel free to frame it up however you see fit.
Yeah, I definitely think that Cold Snap grabs you by the arm as we're going inside. Knockback, a word.
Yeah, sure, of course.
And you could, I think once the others are gone, and could you just stop it with the voice already, Prior? I'm getting a little bit fed up here.
Reaches up and kind of adjusts the thing. Okay.
Now, Prior, I don't want to say that I'm angry about you keeping this secret from me, but now this may surprise you, Prior, but I do not have many friends.
Okay.
And I had thought that we had developed a kind of friendship of near equals.
I do too. I mean, I trusted you with my darkest secret, and you, even in the face of our team, you kept it cool. I appreciate that. I do.
And I do want to say that in this moment, I am sharing a vulnerability or weakness with someone.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, and look, I understand that sometimes you need to keep secrets. I mean, the Red Exorcist is not training me with my mother's permission.
Oh, okay.
She was the one who made the call that my mom got injured in. And if my mom knew I was going to her, she'd be angry with me.
Right.
So I understand that sometimes you need to keep secrets from people because you'd hurt them. Like not like he does not say because you are doing actions that would hurt them, but because he's not that self-aware. But I'd hope that you don't feel the need to keep a secret from me prior. And I should note that you take influence over me.
Oh, delicious.
And I add 1 team to the pool.
I think I may already have influence over you. Nope. Now
Nope.
I have it. I'll take it. I didn't want to keep lying to Buggane and Nightbolt, but it was right in front of my dad. And if he knows that I'm the one who's been stopping him, you know?
I mean, do you think that you'll be able to police your father and without him knowing who you are for long prior? Because even from outside, this doesn't seem to be a long-term solution.
Okay. I mean, somebody controlled him. Sure, they appealed to his worst instincts, but if it ever gets to the point where I feel like it's out of control, I'll turn him in and just deal with the consequences. It's not like I love living at this place, but
Do you think you're also sharing a vulnerability or weakness now?
I feel like he is in a fictional sense, but from a
Oh, and yeah, and
mechanical
actually,
sense,
I feel like I'm comforting or supporting you. I should definitely roll for that.
Oh, rock on.
Because it just occurred to me that this is definitely, we've crossed that line, I feel like. That's I believe it's a 10. Yep.
Yep. Yeah, I'll mark potential if I open up to you, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying my best to keep this family together. But I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm just keeping this villain in my back pocket because I'm afraid of what would happen if he goes to jail. You know?
Well, I suppose you always have me to beat him into line if anything goes wrong. Remember, imagine victory prior.
That's exactly what makes you feel okay. A high school student who thinks he knows all the answers.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah.
what
I mean,
think
to be
about.
fair, it's a high school student who thinks he knows all the answers talking to a high school student who thinks he has none of the answers himself.
That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
I'll take it.
This sounds like an awesome mix.
Absolutely. Cool. Thanks. That was a good scene. Did you have anything more you wanted?
No, that was what I wanted to talk
Awesome.
about.
And I think as well that is the point where Perez, your phone will beep with a a sort of text notification, and there's a message from blanking on names. Bear with me 1 second. From Chejong, it's just this sort of quick short message just saying, hey, how are you? How did the match go? Ambrose asked me out for milkshakes, and she'll send a couple of winky faces and exclamation marks along with that.
He texts back, left the game sick, not feeling awesome. I guess have a good time.
Cool. And we'll take a quick break there. We'll come back in about 5 minutes' time. So yeah, see you all in a moment. Yeah, welcome back, everyone. I think this is probably about the point when you've all gathered it back together again. If you'd like to discuss your plans.
All right. My brain is, maybe at 50% capacity now. So Buggane, Sheila talks about, and this could be true or false. I don't, either way, but her understanding is, she's like, when I talked about like those forces, they're kind of leprechauns, but these cute little, 4 inch tall guys is not really what leprechauns are. They're kind of like these forces that are deeply connected with the earth in Ireland. They're definitely connected with the place. And they take this malevolent, as far as we understand, this malevolent glee in just doing what they want with us humans. And some of that magic is in me, and they want to use me for their purposes. And if I don't do it, like my parents who refused, they want to kill us. I didn't realize that they could leave the island. We thought we were safe all the way across here, but somehow they got here.
Just so I'm clear, are you like a leprechaun battery, or do they want you to do leprechaun stuff for them?
No, they feel like the fact that I have some of this magic that comes from them in me, they either want me on their team or they want me gone.
Oh. Well, that's not going to happen. You're on our team.
Yeah.
You're like the anti-leprechaun league.
Yeah, but these guys, when they capture you, they don't take you to the Red Exorcist. They kind of they have their way with you, and you don't survive.
Gosh, it really makes me wanna finally find them and tell them what I think about those leprechauns and Decepticons, and then the Optimus Primes, and guys, I'm going to go and capture one of them, and I think before leaving, I'm going to leave you I'm going to send you like a Google Maps pin for the cave in Ireland that I found, in case you want to discuss this with your uncle. But then, Nightbolt just like turns and goes to follow the trail. I want to take foolhardy action for my conditions to just like, don't consult this with the team, just go capture the bad guy.
Yeah. He starts punching a car, like, all right, I'm going to get the Leprechaun Decepticon.
No, because I have a sense where the coins are, so I'm just like following this trail.
I mean, so are you like flying off? Are you?
Let me think. I think I'm just like running off, but not like really running. Just like tired of discussing and really pumped up on the adrenaline.
Okay. I think
little too
probably
much
I'll wait
coffee.
until you get wherever you're going, then just like teleport over to you.
Yeah, Sheila's like a little too much coffee there, Nightbolt.
I'm fine. See you later, guys. I will go capture them.
I better go after him before he just starts beating up a short person.
Oh.
We're not so good at this team stuff sometimes. Are we thinking Superior's a bad guy, or are we thinking it's really bugging those leprechauns? I'm thinking leprechauns.
Yeah, I'm thinking, and right, Sheila does not know Knockback, right, is the superior son. She's like, yeah, I'm thinking Superior is just one of those idiots who's easily manipulated.
Oh, do we want to back up? Like, I'm happy to provoke, which gives you the opportunity to potentially mark potential if you agree with me, if you want.
Provoke what?
There's a move called provoke. I was trying to provoke you to agree. Yeah, as you know, the thing that you're already agreeing to. Sorry, I just wanted to say, like,
Sure,
if you
yeah,
wanted
yeah.
to put it to a roll.
Yeah, no, go for it.
Okay. Sorry, I was definitely like, I played coy with Steven's character to get a provoke out of it, so I just want to give you the opportunity.
Ah,
All right.
gotcha. Yeah, yeah.
Let's see. All right, so I get to roll Superior to convince Superior to get out. My Superior is a 1. Here we go. Do I use Team Selfishly? Got a lot.
I mean, I'm not helping with this, so.
Yeah, no. Why would you? Who really should help with this? This is a bad idea. I think I'm going to use Team Selfishly because
Cool.
I know Superior's. I mean, he did a thing he's inclined to do. Yes, the leprechaun played with his emotions, but if he weren't a dirtbag to begin with, so I think that's how I'm using it selfishly. Does that feel? Is everybody okay with that? All right, here we go. It didn't matter, but all right, I used it anyway. So here we go. Team pool 2, and I will offer you a potential if you'll agree with me.
Yeah, well, don't you use
Oh,
team
you know,
after
you
you
use
roll?
people after you roll.
Oh, cool. Okay, sorry. I'm so used to like. Okay, thank you.
No worries.
Yeah,
I was
and
prepared.
and Sheila, she agrees. Maybe she didn't need to agree that like enthusiastically. Like, oh yeah, Superior. God, what an idiot! Like he couldn't do two.
Dang it! It's team to the pool for provoke. I thought it was a potential. Crap. I'm sorry. I messed it up.
Oh.
Dang it!
And actually, they're not leprechauns. What's a good Irish word? I don't know. I guess I don't know Irish words. What do they sound like?
It's I mean the fae or the she are the traditional terms. I think
Oh yeah,
she is
yeah. We'll say
definitely
they're the
Irish.
fae.
I think
Yeah.
yeah.
Or fee? You said the fee is the Irish.
She.
The she. Okay, yeah. We'll call that. Yeah, the she. Cool.
That's probably not quite pronounced like that, but broadly.
How's it spelled?
It's Sidhe from memory.
Sidhe. Oh, cool. That's the she. I like it. Cool. And we don't need to talk to my uncle if we just want to follow this crazy ass Nightbolt. I can go either way.
Sure.
I was just gonna say if Buggane you want to go talk to your uncle, I'm down for that because we can't teleport. So.
Yeah, I think Carson will probably run after Nightbolt because Nightbolt needs, supervision. Makes it sound like I don't trust him, but supervision.
Yeah, let's chase after Nightbolt. Sheila's like, oh, we can always catch up with my uncle later.
Sure thing. So, in which case, as everyone is running after Nightbolt. Nightbolt, you are, you follow the various, sort of this like I say, almost like magnetic pull towards the other gold coins. You find yourself being drawn, as I said, sort of in towards the center of St. Edmunds. You are heading along Central Avenue, and the pull that you're getting pulls you off to one of the little lanes off of Central Avenue, and just sort of in one of those little corner buildings. There is you're drawn towards what's a good name for it? It's the Maynard's Drugstore and Malt. It's a little one of those very like old-fashioned style 50s almost establishments where these days it is mostly just food and food and drink rather than being an actual operating like pharmacist. But it's very much done in sort of like 50s style with lots of sort of the checkered floor and the sort of booths with the sort of chrome edge tables and all that in there. That you're definitely getting a pull towards that building.
Yeah, is it like operational? Are the clients inside, or is it like out of business?
No, it's operational, relatively busy at the moment. It's it's I guess by this point about early evening, but not much later than that.
Yeah, so I probably don't enter by kicking down the door. I probably enter, and it's like weird behavior of like trying to like sniff. Is it like underground? Is it like the bartender or the service lady?
Sure thing. That definitely sounds like you are assessing the situation.
Roll to sniff.
Roll to sniff.
So that is a roll with superior.
Yeah, so you got 5 on the dice, plus 1 minus 2, it's 4.
Sure. I think that you head into the shop, and you start kind of like sniffing around, and then that like connection that you've been feeling for that magnetic pull, it just drops entirely, and it's gone, and there's nothing and it's not what's the word I'm looking for? It doesn't hurt or anything like that, but you are just like, there's that moment of like disorientation as you kind of lose this sense, but then you are able to kind of gather your wits again, and that's probably about the point when Cold Snap and the others arrive, or however you choose to come onto the scene.
Hey, Nightbolt, wait up, man! You just kind of shot out there, half cocked.
I know that the evil leprechauns were over here. I just lost their smell. Maybe they're underground.
Underground?
You said they are like earthly creatures, so maybe they dug a hole under the bar.
That's
under
true.
the place.
Is there a back? I assume there's a back room. Maybe there's a basement to this building.
Yeah, I was
Yeah, no, go for it. So.
I was actually going to say, like, since we're at sea now, could I, like, spend a team to try to help with that? Because you help after the roll. I was wondering if I could spend the team to try to bump up that, assess the situation.
It was a 4, so we would need
Oh,
to
it was a
have 3.
4?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was a 6. Huh.
It was 6, but then -2 to my condition, so it's a 4.
Oh, okay, I forgot about your conditions, right.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind then.
Yeah, no worries. But yeah, there is certainly. Oh, there's certainly like a sort of staff door behind the counter in here.
Yeah, let's go check. Yeah, let's go check the kitchen. Maybe they are in the kitchen.
Okay, let's see. How do we just going to bust in there? Do we need to create a diversion or?
Diversion? No. Let's just. Oh, we can kick down the door and shout, "Hands up, you leprechauns!" or something like this.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, we kick in the door and we shout, "Hands up, you little evil leprechauns!"
Excellent.
If only Pryor were to show up now. I mean, that kid certainly has a tendency to make a scene wherever he goes.
But yeah, if you, I'm just gonna have a quick. Yeah, I think there's some shouts from both the staff out the front of the shop and the people in the kitchen as you burst in through the door. The manager, a sort of middle-aged lady in one of those like classic sort of 50s waitress outfits, yells out and says, "What the hell do you think you're doing? What are you kids playing at?"
Apologies, ma'am. Official business.
We are looking for leprechauns. You know, the mythical evil doers from the Ireland.
Don't explain about the leprechauns, okay?
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you kids on something?
Ixnay Eppercons lay.
I'm calling the police, and yeah, she's going to head, start heading over to the sort of the phone behind the counter.
Yeah, let's just do it. Sheila's gonna rip the phone out and go, "Whoops."
Oh God, we've turned into a protection racket.
I think if you would like to roll to provoke her,
All right.
you can absolutely use your what's it called? The one where you can provoke with.
When you provoke danger instead of superior.
Yes, that's it. Yeah.
Yep. All right. Let's see. All right. Let's do it. +3. Bam. 11.
11. Yeah. I assume that what you want out of her here is for her to not call the police, essentially.
Right. Yeah.
Perfect. I mean, obviously, you prevent her from using that phone anyway. But yeah, she kind of she will actually she will sort of scream, but she'll just like kind of like back up against the wall, and just sort of stand there, white faced and looking shocked. But yeah, she doesn't go for her own, she doesn't go for a mobile phone or anything.
Is there a basement to this place?
Yes.
All right. One
I
second, ma'am.
actually like shout at you and show. But again, what the hell are you doing? We do not just get to do whatever we want and intimidate any civilian we want. And I'm actually like, I like in Carson's head, he is reprimanding you and wants you to do less. But I definitely think I'm provoking you to losing your cool and trolling out.
Oh, wow. Just pour some gasoline on the fire.
Yeah, like I feel like this is the thing that like I don't mean to like handle this the worst way possible, but I mean, let's be fair. I'm a teen that's convinced he's team leader. All I really have is the worst route forward possible. Let's see here. Hey, that's a 6. So
Sure. I'll come back on that in a moment.
You know what? I'm definitely spending team selfishly here.
Sure,
I'm building the treating someone else poorly into the move.
Yeah, that is fair.
I'm gonna bump that up and say that you mark a condition if you don't do it.
And wait, what do you want me to do exactly?
To troll out and like maybe wreck the place.
Oh God, man, whose side are you on?
Like
oh,
this
man.
will get us into the basement.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not trying to get like I'm not consciously trying, but
Right.
like my strategy is definitely causing this.
Yes, no, I totally understand that. I got that. Yeah, all right. So Buggane is she's gonna take angry to try to keep her cool, or she'll get angry and not express the anger, kind of thing. And the reason is that she is actually no. I'm gonna take afraid. Is that okay? Because what I'm thinking is that she knows what's at stakes here with these people, right? They killed her parents. They, you know what I mean? Like she she knows what's at stake here. That she needs to keep her cool and she needs to stay on top of this. So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, she's so Carson, wait, you're trying to
Oh, you know what?
you just can't do whatever? Yeah, so what I'm gonna say is Carson, you haven't experienced these things. We are nothing to them. We've never been anything to them. If they've made it to Gauntlet City, who knows what they might do here?
If you keep acting this way, Buggane, you'll never be anything more than a monster to them. To any of, and I kind of gesture at this scared lady. I am telling you who you are.
Yeah.
Mundane down, freak up.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah.
But you need to have
I like
influence
it.
over
I
someone.
like it.
Oh, don't I? I think I do.
I think you have influence over me. Yeah. So I'm curious. You don't spend that, right? That's just
No.
You get to say stuff.
Yeah.
You spend influence when you bump a roll.
You can spend influence to inflict a condition, and there's something else. I always forget that one, but
Like
yeah.
I think add like +2 or 3 to a
That's
roll,
it.
like
Yeah,
a
you
lot.
can,
Yeah.
yeah. You can cash it in for like a big one-off
Okay.
boost to a roll as well.
It's also like incidentally, it's a good way to like take out villains indirectly if you don't want to like beat them up.
Gotcha.
Cool. Yeah, and I just want to check in with Knockback. Are you how are you coming on the scene? Are you sort of following on the others? Have you switched back into your mundane identity? Are you just kind of keeping an eye on things from outside?
I think he's still knocked back just because Nightbolt was doing something crazy, and Nightbolt's not going to listen to Prior. So, yeah, he's still knocked back, and I think the way he comes onto the scene is he, parkours his way, like maybe hops down off of a building and dashes across the street to come in. And are they about to like break into some kind of basement? Is that what Buggane is going to do?
Yeah, I think that seems to be the direction of things.
Hey, maybe don't wreck this place. Let's take it back a step here. Where are the leprechauns? Did you find any, Nightbolt?
They were here. I smelled them when I walked inside, and then I lost their scent. So they must be very close. Like maybe it's her. Maybe they are. Maybe they are impersonating this lady over here.
She is not a leprechaun.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm with Cold Snap on that one. It doesn't look leprechaun-y at all.
Are you just going to try to pierce the mask now to prove us wrong?
No. Well, I don't know, guys. They were here and now they're gone. They must be hiding. We can walk out and wait for them to reappear, and we can stake this place for the night.
Sheila's busting towards the basement.
Or we can do that.
Yeah, I'll follow down then.
Wow.
Sheila, this is how Sheila becomes team leader. She just always runs in without thinking.
Yeah, excellent. And I think as Sheila heads down towards the basement, Knockback. That is when Chejung will come up to you and say, "Knockback, what's going on here?"
We're chasing a bad guy. You should be safe, citizen.
Sure, just yeah. Wow, that's.
Wait, you're not here with anyone, are you?
Oh, well, I'm here on a. Well, I mean, I don't know if it's exactly a date,
Probably isn't. Yeah.
I mean, maybe it is, but anyway, yeah. But yeah, and she'll wave over to she'll sort of gesture over to one of the booths that she's obviously been. Several of the other the patrons are in general are looking shocked and kind of a bit disconcerted by what's going on. Ambrose,
everybody remain calm. We've got this.
Yeah, and Ambrose will give sort of a weak like wave from over at the booth that he's sat at.
Yeah, it, don't really acknowledge that. So yeah, I think realizing this is the worst possible place for Xiaozhong to be, Knockback's gonna turn and head down the stairs because he just told everybody we've got it under control. So let's go make it worse.
Excellent. Yeah. Sheila, you will. There's down in the or not quite in the kitchen, but like in the little passageway down into the kitchen. There's also some stairs leading down. The door is of no impediment to you. It's probably not even locked, though. You probably knock it off its hinges anyway. Actually, no, you not. I suppose not necessarily because you were actually controlled. But yeah, you open the door and head down the stairs. The basement is it's sort of fair. It looks fairly standard for the basement of a restaurant. There's boxes, boxes of like dry ingredients and stuff stacked up down here. There's various bits and pieces, probably a couple of old table surfaces that are in need of repair. But yeah, there definitely does not seem to be any evidence of any obvious evidence of Fey activity down in this basement.
I'm going to assess the situation.
Yeah, sure thing.
Bam. Oh, 11.
11, perfect. So you get to ask.
What here can I use to? What here's the biggest threat? What here can I use to find the she?
That's...
I guess I'm using that to say, are there clues? Are there indication that the she have influencing this place?
Yes. So there is nothing. So I'm going to say, yeah, there is no immediate evidence here of the she that you can see or you have found. There's definitely, you can feel there's kind of a something in the air, but there's nothing here that kind of, you can't, nothing you've seen so far makes you think that the she are present here, is probably the best way to put it.
So I'm suspicious. I feel something, but nothing.
Yeah, nothing concrete.
I can't.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna start I'm gonna start screaming and maybe pushing things around. Not trying to break stuff, but probably not being as cautious.
Yep.
And so they hear me screaming and I know you're here somewhere, very paranoid, conspiracy-ish kind of noises.
Hey, Buggane, maybe everything's gonna be okay. Maybe they're not here. Maybe they came and left. They were scaring a lot of people right now.
Is that a provoke or something?
I actually think it might be on the doorstep of a comfort or support. If Buck,
gotcha.
Relaxes a little bit, Knockback will come up and kind of put a hand up on her giant trollish arm and say,
"Yeah, let's do that."
I think you're going to be okay. We've all got your back.
And she kind of like changes. She slows down. She's like, "Yeah, thank you. I just you don't know what these things are like, and if they've made it over here, we might have already lost already." Oh, 11?
Well, we'll face it together, okay?
Yeah, thank you, Knockback. I'm sorry. I should probably pay for that woman's phone. And yeah, and she walks up and she tells the owner, she's like, "Ma'am, I'm sorry. I was scared. I'll come back and pay for your phone and make sure it gets fixed."
Thank you. Thank you. That's fine.
Oh, we get a team because you rolled an 11.
Yeah, I already added it in.
Oh,
So,
okay.
'cause I
Then I'll
don't have
clear
any.
up.
Cool.
I'll clear afraid.
Nice.
Sorry, ma'am. And she apologized to everyone. I'm sorry, everybody. It was foolish of me. I thought there was danger, and you're all safe. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I suppose Nightbolt feels so incredibly down that he failed at finding the trail that he just leaves the bar without saying actually anything.
Oh.
And I'm going to mark hopeless.
Oh man.
Just head down, just like walk out like a total loser.
Sure thing. And Cold Snap. I just wanted to check in. What are you doing at this point?
I mean, I think so. Where's everybody right now? Is everybody still down in the cellar, or are we back upstairs?
Now we're back up.
we came up
Sheila's
because
apologizing to
Yeah.
the owner and all the customers.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess Cold Snap's perhaps keeping a lookout, but I don't really think that I'm actively like searching the area or anything like that.
Sure thing.
Wow, Cold Snap's not correcting somebody. Impressive.
Oh, and I was going to say as well, with a 10 plus on your assess the situation, you do
Get a second question.
If you get a second question, you can ask as well, if you would like.
Yeah. I was kind of banking that I'd get something. Let's do what's the biggest threat?
Right. Yep. Certainly. That would be the powerful wizard here in the malt shop. You can kind of feel that feeling you're kind of getting in the basement. You can feel it, but more so here. It's that sort of almost like static electricity, sort of rubbing up against the back of your neck.
And so Sheila's looking at everyone. Does anyone look out of place?
No, but I think as your eyes fall on him, Ambrose will smile at you.
Oh, snap. Yeah, Sheila gets really she gets really scared, and she kind of slowly walks up, and she's like, "Why won't you just let me be?"
You're causing an awful lot of problems, Sheila, I'm sorry to say. I thought it might be easier for everyone if we could just quietly get you back. And you're drawing an awful lot of attention to this place. And I think in the long term, it's going to be a bad thing. The veils between here and the Fey realms have already been compromised, is probably the word to use.
And what? Do you want to kill me like you killed my parents?
Oh, no, that was nothing to do with me, I can assure you. I just want to take you somewhere where... I mean, I can certainly try and keep you safe there, and it will keep this place safe as well in the long term.
Sejong, get out of here. Get far away from here.
And Ambrose will nod to her and say, "Yes, it's probably for the best." And she kind of looks a bit shocked, but does sort of start to leave.
Yeah, Shayla's like, what can I do to get you out of here?
Well, we can leave together if you would like. I have no particular attachment to this location over any other.
Yeah, she looks back at the rest of the team.
I don't think you should go, Buggane.
Buggane may be a hassle, but she's our hassle.
Look, I can assure you, no interest in harming anyone in this place. But I think it is for the best if I take Buggane home. I can do what I can for her there.
Buggane, she's slowly turning into the troll, and she says, I think you can take yourself out of New Gauntlet City and back where you came from. And she picks him up and like tries to throw him through the plate glass window, the front of the shop.
Sure, and that is absolutely a directly engage there.
Yeah. Let's see. Directly engage. What is that?
Yeah.
Is that...
Or I suppose actually, if you're more, you could also, I suppose, make it as an unleash your powers if you're more interested in like kind of changing the positioning of the fight. But yeah.
Yeah, I think we're just directly engaging.
Yep, sure thing.
+3. 9.
9, excellent. So yeah, you trade blows, and you get to pick one from the list.
Yeah. Take something from. Well, I guess create an opportunity for my allies in the sense that get him out of the shop. We'll say there's like a park, or like a square. This was like on some sort of like common square area.
Yeah, sure
So
thing.
pushes him out to like the bigger area.
Yeah, it's like this is one of those like little pedestrianized streets. It's got like a few like cafes and stuff like that on it. So yeah, there's a fairly big open space down the middle of it. As he is, you hurl him, so he smashes out through the plate glass window, sort of and you can see you've definitely you do seem to generally surprise him, but as he smashes through the window, he doesn't hit the ground. As he sort of flies out through the window, there's an odd shifting, and he as he sort of comes out of the shower of glass, he is turned into a hawk. And starts to sort of fly up, and he kind of flies up and starts to spiral back down again. But yeah, in this moment, I think actually, Nightbolt, as you were outside the malt shop, so yeah, you will see this, what momentarily appears to be a boy of about your age, who actually probably you don't recognize as such, comes flying out through the plate glass window, obviously thrown, and yes, it turns into a hawk as they come out. What do you do?
Yeah, I suppose I'm surprised to act, and I think it's probably like, what the hell is going on? I'll probably wait and jump in after the others.
Yeah, sure thing. So yeah, Cold Snap, you were kind of keeping an eye on things when this sort of went down. What? How do you react to this sudden outburst of violence?
Oh, I think that, yeah, I mean, Cold Snap is, well, first off, I do feel like Cold Snap starts running scenarios through his head, and I'm hitting on the been reading this.
Sure thing.
Let's see, do I have the correct stats? Yes. And that's a 12.
Yeah, that is 12. Cool. So I'm just going to remind myself of this one. So I believe.
Yeah, I'm going to say one important detail I've learned about this wizard guy is his magic can't affect iron.
Yep, that's cool. And yeah, so this is the thing that is different, and I will and I'll give you a little bit of extra information as well with this. Yeah, this is the thing that is throwing you off, because this you realize now that this the shape changing is the thing that really gives it away over anything else. You think that this might be, from everything that you've learned up until this point, this might actually be Merlin.
Okay.
And though yes, the thing that is different to what you have read up until this point is the fact that he does actually seem to be like actually a young man. There's definitely something slightly odd going on with that. That isn't like it wasn't in the what you know of at least the historical and semi-mythical Merlin that you've read about in the Red Exorcists.
Cool. What does Merlin want Buggane for?
Yeah, so you caught some of that conversation between them. As far as you're aware, it's likely that what he was saying is at least partially true. You think it is likely that he believes that Buggane being here is a danger to New Gauntlet City. And he does, and you think that is actually something he does want to avoid. But there may be something. There's possibly something else to it as well, because it's a well-known fact that Merlin very rarely ever does anything with a single motivation in mind. There's probably something more to it than that. And if there is this kind of familial link, it is possible that they may serve some other purpose in his plans.
Mm-hmm. Right, so actually Merlin people, apparently.
What?
Look, we can discuss getting an autograph for you, Knockback, later.
One from the King Arthur two stories? The Merlin? The Merlin.
Kind of expected more of a Sam Neill look.
I know, everyone looks different on camera.
Yeah. Well. So I guess you have to go then. Bummer.
Cool. And I think we'll call another quick break there. Back in another 5 minutes, and see you all then. Yeah, cool. So welcome back. So yeah, you have, as I say, this hawk outside in the street. You have revealed the true identity of your opponent. This probably sounds like a point for engaging a dangerous threat as a team. Well, I remind myself of the questions for this. Yes. So, when you went to battle against a dangerous foe as a team, add 2 to the team pool. So my question again: who is the leader in this situation? I feel like at the moment probably either Cold Snap or Buggane are the most likely candidates, but
Yeah, definitely.
I would agree.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, maybe Cold Snap then, I feel like.
Yeah. You were definitely
Yeah.
sort of calling the shots just now, so yeah, that seems to make sense. Cool. So, Cold Snap. Do you have influence over every teammate?
Nope.
No worries. Does everyone have the same purpose in the fight?
That might be complicated. Mine is to apprehend or take out Merlin. I don't know what the other twos. Like prior seemed to be saying like maybe we should just hand Buggane over then. I don't know if that was a joke or not then.
It was more like, hey, you have to go, right, Ambrose, who is on a date with Xiaojun. That was all that was.
Oh, okay.
So it's more that. Yeah. No, I took it the other way first, and I was like, wait. Yeah.
Sorry, it was unclear.
Okay.
No problem. Yeah, I think, yeah. I mean, Sheila's definitely on board with Cold Snap's goals.
Yep.
Cool.
So add another team.
Yeah, so add 1 team for that. Does anyone mistrust the leader or the team in general?
Definitely trust Cold Snap.
Cool.
Nope.
Yeah, that's fair. I was expecting a definite no from Buggane.
I was thinking about it.
That's fine.
Let's say no. Yeah.
Sure. So yeah, remove a team for that. Is if your team is ill prepared or off balance. I don't think you are at the moment. Like a couple of moments ago, you would have been, but you definitely you know who you're up against. You know, well, if not exactly what you're doing, you at least have you're all together now. Merlin is still somewhat on the back foot, so yep. I don't think I'm going to take one for that. Cool.
And actually, just I want to give some of the other characters a cool like setup to do some stuff against Merlin. So is it okay if I declare, because I did mark my moment of truth?
Oh yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Because I think I'm gonna mark my moment of truth that like I step into full team leader here, and I'm like, all right, 3 blocks up, there's an ongoing construction of high rise, exposed girders and everything. He can't affect iron. So let's like lead him on a chase through the city to there. And I think we kind of get, because this is the moment of truth, we get this montage of like Merlin chasing after us, I think. And because I do, and I think that like the next shot we get like of actual action is like in the like this among this like construction site.
Yeah, awesome.
Oh,
Yeah,
And
like
I am
it.
locking superior.
Perfect. So yeah, I think the Merlin, we sort of see him like go from he sort of switches midair from he's sort of coming in as in his hawk form still, and he switches just as he's coming down into the form of a leopard, as he dives at Buggane, attempting to pin them to the ground. But that's at the point when he kind of hits into he sort of lands on the iron girder and reverts back to his regular form. Says, clever. Oh, this will be interesting. And I think he kind of takes a couple of steps back and begins to chant and make some gestures, and you can feel sort of the wind start to pick up a little bit around here. What do you do? I'm going to go to. I think I will go back to Buggane again. Actually, yeah, you've got Merlin. Like I said, it was obviously came to take down, but has been stopped at the from actually engaging with you fully by the presence of the iron. But what do you do?
So he's chanting, and we're on a construction site.
Yep.
Okay, all right. Buggane is full Buggane form, and she's like, so cold snap, it's iron, eh? And so she runs, whips out a girder, a big I-beam, and kind of swings it at Merlin.
Sure thing. Yeah, if you'd like to roll to directly engage.
Bam, 14.
Perfect. So yeah, you get to choose 2 off the list.
Let's see. I'll resist or avoid their blows, and then he's chanting. This will the iron when the iron hits him, is it kind of like a burning cold to him? Like, hear the sizzling, and he's like, ah! And so I would say no. How about the iron somehow negates his magic, whatever he was trying to do?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Just nullifies it.
Yeah, it sort of grounds the magic out of him. Yeah. Yeah, no, perfect. He lets out a cry as you hit him. He sort of rolls back, and as he sort of as he rolls back, he sort of comes up against some. He manages to land on some sort of concrete and begins to. He sort of reaches down, puts his hand on the concrete, and it starts to flow up over his arms and body, sort of almost like armor. I think Nightbolt. How do you react to this?
Magic. Yeah, I suppose that Nightbolt. Yeah, let's charge up. Let's turn into a man of fire because we're gonna throw some fire down. So let's charge up my Nova. This is where conditions might be actually helpful. Yeah. It's either 7 or 8, depending if roll can have +4 modifier because I have 4 conditions marked. So I'm marking the 5th condition because it's fun. And I think I am going to. So he has concrete and iron. I don't suppose I can manipulate iron over here. So let's throw up. Nightbolt is going to put his hands together, and a beam of fire is going to strike from his hands toward the Merlin.
Yeah, sure thing. If you would like to roll to directly engage.
Uh, 6 on the dice, +1, it's a 7 minus 2, it's 5.
Yeah, so I think that the bolt of fire crashes into this like concrete armor that he's started to form around himself, and it starts to glow and like sort of melt and heat up at the same time. He lets out a grunt of pain, but then flicks his hands, and the concrete, this like hot molten concrete, will fire back towards you, Nightbolt. And if you can take me a powerful blow, please.
I'd
Yep.
like to defend.
Absolutely, go for it.
Sweet. I'll jump in and try to not also get hurt, but maybe just help out. This is my thing. I save you're up. Here we go. I got a 13.
Perfect. So yeah, you absolutely defend Nightbolt from this, and you get to choose one other option as well, to add a team to the pool, take influence over Nightbolt, or clear a condition.
Oh, we got a ton of team. I could maybe. So you'll mostly roll with conditions for Nightbolt, right?
For charging Nova abilities, yes, but for everything else, I use standard rolls.
I think what I'm going to do is take influence over you. I already have it, so then I'm going to use that to shift your danger up and your superior down, because we're in the middle of a fight. So directly engaging is.
What are you saying what are you saying you're doing as you defend that's causing this?
Oh, good question. So I think it's a thing where what was the attack, David? That was
it was like a kind of shower of like molten concrete, superheated molten concrete.
Sweet. So molten concrete, Nightbolt's already kind of flamed up, but I guess Knockback's costume has some fire retardant. I mean, he's on the same team. So
You're
he
under
grabs.
absorption. Maybe you're absorbing the heat from the.
Thank you for reminding me. I have powers because I often forget them. So yeah, he like maybe he covers over Nightbolt and the energy hits his suit, but he's drawing in all the energy, and he says,
And then just like a rain of like little iron pellets falls down to the ground, passing like behind you as it passes over you.
"Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Nice effect."
All right, Nightbolt. Time to take this guy down. No more playing around. We're gonna kick Merlin's ass.
Yeah, sure. I always wanted to fight the wizard.
Sweet. So that's the I'm making your danger go up.
Awesome. Yeah, and Cold Snap. Now that you've sort of maneuvered Merlin to this place, what's your next plan?
Yeah, I think Cold Snap is sort of playing to being the team leader here, and I think while they're fighting, I think Cold Snap is kind of perched on one of the beams and is kind of observing the fight, figuring out a strategy.
Sure.
So could I roll for assess the situation here?
Certainly.
Cool. And that's a 13.
Nice. So yeah, you get to ask 2 questions and pass them forward when acting on them.
Yeah. How could we best end this quickly?
Yeah. So you actually think so. You still you get the impression from what's going on that Merlin genuinely doesn't want to harm Buggane or anyone else here for that matter. Whilst you are fighting, he absolutely will fight back in kind. But you think that he might actually be he's probably more like, basically, if you can show that you are capable and capable of handling yourselves, you actually think you might be able to get him to back down essentially that way. And you're definitely on the right track to doing that. But yeah.
Yeah, and then something happened here. So let me check the actual basic move.
Sure. Yeah.
Because one of the questions
it's
written over.
Yeah, no, I was
Okay, it's what okay. Yeah, I think what here can I use to trap Merlin?
Yeah, I think actually from your perch, from your perch up here, you spot there is one of those, the sort of basically a kind of one of the sort of construction lifts, but it is essentially an iron cage. It's sort of attached to like one of the girders, and it's obviously just used as a kind of service lift for the construction site.
Yeah, Sheila gets a ring on her cell phone.
Okay, she's like, it's real small in her hands, kind of like, Carson, what, Where are you?
I'm above you. Look, it doesn't matter. What matters is, I think Merlin doesn't want to hurt you, but we can use that against him. Look, I need you to turn yourself in, lure him under that cage, and we'll be able to I think we'll be able to end this.
Oh man, you. All right, let's see where this goes. And yeah, it's like a moment where they're not like fucking bickering. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to say that. Sorry.
No, that's
like
fair.
they're not. They're actually.
That's a completely accurate description of our relationship.
Yeah. So it feels a little awkward to be acting so mature with each other, but okay, this is new. Okay. She's like, okay, yeah. And then she transforms back into her human form, and she walks toward Merlin like with her hands up. She's like, "Hey, we don't need to do this anymore. Uh, uh, you know what I mean? I've trashed enough stuff over here." I guess that's a provoke. Am I trying?
Yeah,
to...
that sounds good. Yeah, if you want to roll a provoke for that.
And can he take the? Can she take the +1 forward from my?
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Plus superior, so that's a 1. So I get a 2. See what we get. 10.
Nice. I think again Merlin will make a couple of gestures with his fingers, and kind of like a glowing shield forms around him. He's not taking any. He's taking precautions, but he'll say, "Very well. If you have seen the error in judgment, then very well." And he'll start walking towards you. I trust as well that you're. He'll kind of look at the couple of you can see that you aren't. You're going to respect this truce as well. And yeah, he'll sort of continue walking forward.
Yeah, I think Carson holds up his hands with like but we see like from the camera's perspective, like an ice dagger is forming behind like his hand.
Cool.
What the hell is going on now? What do we do?
Yeah, and I think we're surrendering.
I guess that's where we're at. Sure. Okay.
And yeah, when he's under the cage, I'm gonna try to now Sheila, and I like toss out a knife, and hopefully I manage this.
I think I'm going to give you that. You used your moment of truth earlier, so I think this is that moment of the trap kind of slamming shut. So yeah. How does it look as this sort of cage comes down around him?
Oh, like I think it like comes down and it sends out this like plume of like of kind of dust and upturned soil. And I think there's definitely like that moment where it's like flipping between like everyone, and like Merlin looks super pleased with himself just before the cage comes down because everything's working out. And then we see like that look turn into like a scowl as the cage comes down around him.
Yeah. And I think he, that this cage is around him, and he kind of puts a hand on it, and it doesn't seem to cause him pain, but you can kind of tell that it's that he's like, very clever, and he He turns around in the cage to face Cold Snap and says, "This was your doing, I suppose."
I hope you appreciate my work.
Oh, very much so. This... And he kind of lets out a sigh and says, "You're strong, all of you. You're powerful." And he gives another glance over towards Ambrose. "You're cunning as well. You might actually have a chance against them. Look, I meant every word I said. The recent things happening in this city have weakened it, made it a route that the fae folk, the fair folk can pass through more easily than they can other places outside of our home. As long as Sheila here is present in the city, they will come for her until they get back what is theirs. If, however, and he's going to turn to sort of Sheila and say, if you wish to remain here regardless, then I suppose that is fine. But be aware you will have problems to deal with. But with your friends' help, I think you will be able to deal with them. I can offer my assistance as well, if you would like it. I cannot remain here forever, but I can help you for a time.
Yes. Yeah, there's so much I want to learn. Why, how did my family get mixed up in this? And how can I make this right? I want to stop running.
The short of it is, as far as I can tell, you will have to forgive me, my memory is complicated. But what I know from the books I've read, your family stole some power from a powerful, fair creature. They wish it back. But, well, when I say stole, it was more of a con game. You know, contracts and deals and all of this. They wish that power back from your family, but they are restricted in exactly how they can do so. They can act against you directly, but they can let it be known that they would be happy were your family line to be wiped out in its entirety. So, I could, I think, take the power away from you completely, and that would end their interest in you. Or I can help train you to become strong enough to take them on yourself. The choice is yours.
Yeah, if they take the power away from me, how can I defend others from them? So I want to learn what you can teach me.
Excellent. I am sorry for all of this. I am not used to. Well, I'm still getting back into the swing of things. I spent some time in a cave. It happens a lot. But no matter. No matter. Can I come out of this cage now?
Sure. And he looks back at, or she looks back at Carson.
I mean, you're the one with super strength, Sheila.
So yeah, she picks it up. And she's like, yeah, sorry for the, so many misunderstandings here.
It's fine. I know perhaps I didn't take the most. Maybe I should have just.
And maybe you can help Superior as well. He might be able to use a little what's that called? Rehabilitation.
Yeah,
Sounds
he's
like
easy to manipulate. Surely you can manipulate him into not kidnapping people.
Yeah, I'm into that. Good call.
I mean, I suppose I could try and dissuade him from criminality. There is a limit to how much the mind of a person may be pushed. But if you wish it, I can certainly help you with that. I suppose.
Like, do you want to permanently manipulate Superior into being a good guy?
No, I was just thinking, kind of show him the wrongs of his ways.
I think being a good guy is going to be a bit beyond him.
You're not wrong.
Maybe Superior, and she's basically Sheila knows how complicated things can be, and so she sees Perez in a different light. Perez is a good guy, and I think he's dealing with a lot. And maybe we can show Superior how his actions are impacting his kid. And Merlin, I don't know, Merlin, how are you on interior decorating too?
I admit it's not. I'm a little. I've been trying to refamiliarize myself with modern culture and all, but interior design is still a little outside my area of expertise at the moment. Though I do, I do have some good suggestions around tapestries.
Okay. Well, we could always start somewhere. So guys, I think this actually worked.
Good. I'm unhappy. I was always fan of the Wizards, and
That was
so.
Go on, Nightbolt.
So the King Carter was also a superhero?
That's a good question. I'd have to check my diaries, but it's certainly possible. It's a good theory.
Awesome. Yeah, good.
And Carson, good plan.
Oh, it was nothing. All in a day's work. And you did a good job too, Sheila.
And she's like, yeah, Nightbolt. Or I'm sorry,
Oh,
Knockback.
we're sharing a moment of celebration.
Right. She's like, Knockback. So what she'll say is she does not know that Perez is Knockback's dual identity, but she says something like, something along the lines of, I think I kind of understand you and Perez more. Everyone's got a lot going on in their family. So she doesn't realize what she's saying, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm just glad that you don't have to run back home with Merlin. We've got your back.
Awesome. Yeah, and I think that's more or less where we'll wrap up now. I think I'll just give everyone, if you just want a last an opportunity to just I'll just check, is everyone, is there anything anyone wants to kind of, any last moments anyone wants to have, like in this scene or immediately afterwards, first?
I wouldn't mind having the team name. I don't know where we want that to interject that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
Nightbolt has long list of, Knights of the Round Table, and then Knights of the Round Table, and then Knights of the Round Table. I came up with a few of them, but they are all the same.
Fairy Fighting Squad is terrible. I'm just going to say that, but I actually want to say it out loud because it's what kept coming to my...
Wait, what? Say it again. What kind?
The Fairy Fighting Squad.
Fairy Fight Squad. The Fae Fight Squad. Yeah.
Fae Fight Squad. FF. It's terrible. It's really the worst.
FFS. That's even worse.
Yeah, did anyone else have any thoughts or?
I'm not particularly for myself.
No worries.
Nope.
Well, maybe. I'm scrapping at the bottom of the barrel here. Like we didn't, the idea that like somehow something that alludes to, we stuck together, right? Sheila didn't run. I don't know what would encapsulate what we did with Superior and Merlin.
I got nothing.
How about Fairy Fight Squad of the Round Table?
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Worst team namers ever. I love it. It's great.
We're all looking at each other and we're just like, so what do we call ourselves? And you say like Fairy Fight Squad and we're like, ha ha ha, that's so stupid. Knights of the Round Table. Oh, that's so stupid. And then we're like, somehow we end up with Fairy Fight Squad of the Round Table.
Oh, I was wondering maybe the Knights of St. Edmunds.
Oh, that's strangely appropriate.
Knights of St. Edmunds. I dig that. I'm into that.
Yeah, I like it.
Cool. Yeah, and so yeah, that is, it's I think it's at that point that we kind of get the splash across the end of that issue. The sort of and this would be obviously like the point in the Netflix series where you would all get like your real costumes at this point, and as the team name is there and on the next run of comics. I think I'd just like to get from each of you just a quick a little sort of epilogue vignette scene of something that happens to your character in the future. It is kind of like our teaser for our kind of like in the next issue sort of thing. So I'll just go through in character keeper order again, Sheila, what do we see of you in next issue?
Yeah. I guess what I'm thinking is what we do is we'll see Sheila bringing Merlin to her house, like introducing him to her uncle and explaining stuff, and but then it pans out and there's like some sort of like scrying pool, and it backs out and it's like this dark cave, and there's this weird malevolent demon looking person watching.
Nice, I like it. Prior, what do we see of you in the next issue splash?
Yeah, I think in the next issue we see Prior sorry, I've got like a bunch of ideas, so trying to narrow down to the one. So I think it would be like this simple scene between Prior and She Is Young, where he's like, yeah, bummer, Ambrose had to transfer back out, I guess. And she says, yeah, or they say, yeah, I guess I'm just never meant to be with somebody. And then Prior's like, oh, sure. That sucks. That's it. Like, just leave it in the unknown.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you. Carson, what do we see of you?
Oh, yeah. I think oh man, I'm just going horde of leprechauns, since we never got to them. Rampaging through the school. Carson and Merlin are crammed into a locker together, hiding from them as they rampage outside, arguing with each other, and then they kiss.
Excellent.
Whoa.
And last but not least, Samuel, what do we see of him in our next issue?
Yeah. We didn't really touch on Samuel private wishes and goals. I suppose we see Samuel back into this meditation room at the Red Exorcist hidden cave, where he's trying to learn to control his emotions better.
Awesome. Thank you. So yeah, thank you very much, everyone. I'm going to stop our recording now, and if you have been watching this, thank you very much.